Hey bunnies, and welcome back to Eliza, Chapter 7. Also, you'll notice I'm not using a green screen in this video. That's because at the moment, it's not like a green screen. It's like a lime screen. Visually, I look dumb. And also the green screen ends up showing up anyway with shadows and things. It's actually in the background. You can see it's how shit it is. But it was very cheap because it's literally a makeshift just green piece of fabric that I found. So yeah, let's just see what happens.
Are you sure?
I promise.
Please be safe, Damien.
Of course I'll be safe.
Would anyone like to have more wine?
I think I'm good for right now.
See? See? There it goes.
The flames shudder and wobble as they begin to spread the logs, which crackle and hiss at the heat. After a while, the wildly leaping flames begin to steady themselves, and we settle in around the pit.
Fire. Agent of destruction and creation.
Something nice about a campfire deep in the woods, isn't there?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out here with me. I know camping isn't really your thing. Well, I mean, not Evelyn's thing, but I don't know about you, Nora.
Maybe a couple times. When I was a kid.
I thought maybe since we're in pretty deep on all the things we're working on right now, we could all use it. Because I used to, when things got really bad, I'd come out into the woods and just be there. And it helped me. So I thought, maybe it would help you too. I don't know if it'll inspire you or what, but if more people could experience something like this, something with the same meaning it holds for me.
It is nice. Honestly, I've been doing all right. Better than before, that's for sure. Finals are soon, but I'm not too worried.
Oh, this is before Skanda?
Evelyn's got her dissertation to finish up.
Oh, how's that going, Evelyn?
Oh, Nora. Nah, I know. You know you're not supposed to ask how the dissertation is going.
Is that a rule?
Pour me that drink anytime.
See?
Yes, let's have a drink. I'm still kind of freezing, even with this fire going.
Nora reaches for a backpack and pulls out a thermos. She hands out plastic cups and pours into them a warm, dark liquid.
Okay, this is delicious. You know, I've never actually had mulled wine like this before.
No? In my family, we always had it around this time of year.
You take red wine and add, what? Cinnamon, orange?
Star anise, cloves.
Yeah, those, and cloves, and anise, star anise, and honey. That's it.
I never had honey to mine.
It's really warming me up.
That's what it's for. Ugh, so good. Evelyn, you doze off or something?
No, I'm awake. I was just looking at the fire. Kind of staring at it, I guess.
What do you see?
Everyone. People. Us.
I don't know what that means.
I think if we were going to make something to help people, it would be something that helped them see themselves. Something that reflected back on them somehow. Just a thought. It's probably nothing.
No, I like that though. Yeah, something to help you reflect. I think that's the right track. I'm really looking forward to working on these ideas with you two. And just as soon as all this nonsense with school is over.
Everyone regards the fire in silence for a while, sipping Nora's mulled wine.
There's so many bad things happening in the world right now. But I don't know, somehow, for some reason, I feel like the future is going to be okay. I don't know why, I have this feeling that we're the ones. We're the ones who are going to fix it. Not we, like, you or me, but I mean, like, our generation.
Perhaps.
Maybe we will.
Well, the important thing is to try. I feel like that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to try.
I mean, he's got that right.
Sometimes you get tired of trying. Well, at least I do.
I wonder what things will be like 10 or 20 years from now. What we have achieved, our goal. What would we say to each other? What would we say to our younger selves? The future we want, the future we're trying to create. Did it even happen?
Damien looks up at the sky.
Selves, tell us if it happened, okay? Come back in time, just tell us that you made it happen, please.
Damien.
I have a feeling that's not gonna work.
Wine.
It's more than just the wine.
I'm just interested in the future, that's all. My future, your future, humanity's future. Of course, right now, the only future I can picture is the headache I'm gonna have tomorrow morning, but...
No reason to worry about it now.
You know what, you're right. I'll have some more.
Of course.
I think I'm passing out.
Well, it is pretty late.
Good night, Evelyn.
All right, good night, Evelyn. Hey, I know you've been working hard, so have a good rest, okay? You deserve it.
Interesting.
Okay, we're going to start with the basic waveforms.
But wait, didn't she kind of say we never really hung out at Skandar? I assumed that meant that they met at Skandar, like Nora and Evelyn, right? Unless this was their first year at Skandar and they just kind of like hang out that one time, like Damien just invited them both. I think you're so smart, but you're not. Women like you have nothing better to do than criticize because you can't create on your own. Enjoy your life being a shrill harpy nobody wants to listen to. The Rational Mind 20, huh? Dear Evelyn, thank you for submitting a talk proposal for the One Mind conference. After a thorough review process conducted by your peers, I'm sorry to inform you that your submission, Eliza reappraised concerns and dangers inherent to computer-assisted therapy, was not selected as part of the program. So she's like turning straight up against... I'm assuming that's... Who is that? Like, is that one of our people we talked to? Okay, we're gonna start with the basic waveforms.
An oscillator can generate several different basic waveforms, and each has a different sound to it.
Nora plugs one of the cables into an open slot on the front panel of the modular.
That's a sine wave.
Nora reaches for a large dial and clicks it over to the next setting.
That's a square wave. That's a sawtooth wave.
She clicks the dial one more time.
That is a triangle wave. Kind of similar to sine, isn't it? That's it. Those are the basic types.
And, you make everything out of those?
Well, it gets more complicated quickly, but let's start with that. Okay, now that you have an output wave, you want to change the pitch. That's easy, right? It's the frequency of the wave. And then you have the amplitude of the wave.
There really are a lot of dials on this
To make
thing.
the sound to make it more like a note and less like a constant tone, we can put an envelope on it. Let me hook that up really quick. So this module here is a standard ADSR envelope.
ADSR? You're going too fast.
Attack, decay, sustain, release. Very simple. The simplest kind of envelope, really.
I need to, like, write all this down or something.
No. You'll learn it in no time.
Nora, you just went through like 10 different concepts and I didn't get any of them.
Here, let me just put an envelope on this. And a filter envelope.
Nora.
Listen to this. See? It sounds like a musical instrument now. And all it is an oscillator shaped by envelopes and filters and driven by a loop sequencer.
Yeah, all that.
But I don't know how you turn those beeps into that.
You just need to start playing with it.
But I don't know anything yet.
Yes, you do. You know the basics. Just start playing around. Come on, Evelyn. Try to experiment, okay? Pretend you're like a child and just do things. Don't worry about expertise or sounding good or whatever. It's supposed to be fun. So have fun!
Spend the rest of the night playing around and making weird noises with Nora's electronic music equipment. I didn't realize it then, but that was the beginning of a new direction in my life. Wait, is that the end? I didn't realize Chapter 7 was just going to be... Okay, maybe this will be the final episode. Granted, Yui's aunt is really responsive tonight. Something's in the air and everyone's feeling it. It might be the sense that spring is finally approaching after a long winter. Nora's been playing a bunch of her music tonight, but midway through she transitions into a different kind of track. Something's a little more subdued, but hopefully still fun. This is a little track I made, only the two of us know. Still working up the confidence to put my name to what I do, and I'm not sure I'll ever be the kind of person who gets up on stage. This is still an important step for me. It's the first time a piece of music I made is being shared with the public. Nora never stopped encouraging me to mess around with all the equipment she owns, and I ended up enjoying it quite a bit. Still don't know what I'm going to do to support myself in the long term, but I get by for now with contract work here and there. And I also published an article describing how I became more skeptical of the computer-assisted therapy approach. After that, Soren and Reyna stopped trying to get me to join their companies. I don't need them. I want to reach people who understand where I'm coming from, who want to hear what I have to say. Nora looks over to me and catches my eye. She's grinning. Uh-oh, that's the grin. That means she's up to something.
Isn't this a beautiful track, everyone? It's
Uh-oh.
the very first track ever by this girl right here.
Nora points towards me and the crowd breaks into cheers.
Everyone, let her know we want to hear more of her music, okay? Woo! You hear that? Yeah, what do you say, Evelyn?
The blood rushes to my face. People are smiling and applauding. They like what I made? They want me to make more? Nora continues her set and the music watches over me. You little mischievous creature. I don't know how it happened, but I'm tearing up right now. I have to use a sleeve to wipe my face. People are indistinct, everything starts to blur together. I feel so warm.
I don't understand any of this, but I'm in love with it. Tonight, I'm in love with everyone, everything, even myself. I've never felt like this before, and I have no idea what I did to deserve it. But for the moment, I'm filled only with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for everything that led me to this place right here, this moment. Thank you.
That's the end? That's the end. Okay, it's daytime now. That's kind of cute. That was the end of Eliza. I honestly didn't realize that this was going to be like just the end. I was kind of expecting to do at least one more episode. I thought chapter 7 was going to be a chapter that's like climaxing, like it was the climax and resolution of the thing. So all my choices kind of added up to that ending. It seems like most of my choices did not add up at all. In the end, it was just like the last 2 or 3 choices. I'm not sure how it branches in that sense. Like, I have no idea what the actual branch is there. I mean, like, I can talk to other people that I wouldn't have talked to before. Maybe I would have got another perspective that I wouldn't have got before. But it seems like it was just that I got to choose who I was with at the end and what I was doing at the end, right? So it's a dating sim. I don't know. I love the story. I love the plot. I loved how everything happened. I think that last chapter just kind of felt like an ending, just like a straight up ending without any kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the build up was Evelyn talking to Eliza, right? Right at the end, which is where I made my choices. It didn't feel epic. The music, there was no music actually during the session. It was just silence. I was talking to Eliza. I ended the session after making a choice. There was no kind of like build up. There was no kind of holy shit. There was that like little cutscene at the end, kind of me explaining what like the game explaining kind of how everything's gone down so far. But I don't know. The game was really good, and then the ending kind of fizzled instead of ramped up, I think. But in saying that, the end cutscene, like with Damien, you know, Evelyn, Damien, Nora sitting together at a campfire, and then the epilogue where I write some bad shit about Eliza, which I don't know if I picked that. I definitely wouldn't have intentionally made Evelyn go out of her way to like attack Eliza, just kind of get away from it. That was the whole point. She's supposed to be getting away from Eliza as a whole. I'm assuming the message that was sent to me was from, her name's Ray, right? Ray? But I'm not sure. I don't know about the other options. Nora, I don't know how I felt about the Nora option, because it was kind of a toss up between, do we stick with Eliza and try and build it and shape it into the future, right? Or do we leave Eliza and potentially make it worse? You know, I feel like Soren's thing was cool, but I didn't want Evelyn to be anywhere near Soren. And I think that Soren as a person was always going to fail as far as his design in the game. And his application was a drug. It wasn't to help people. It was to like addict people, essentially. Unbeknownst to him, he doesn't realize he's making another drug, but he knows he wants it, and he's addicted to alcoholism, as we've seen throughout. So that was kind of his thing. So that was never going to work, at least for Evelyn and me, right? The only other option was to like get in with the chief engineer, right? Which I'm not sure if that would have meant working at Eliza or trying to edge him on to quit and making our own version of this thing, something that we can control. So I don't know how that would have gone. I could have just been a proxy forever, but proxying definitely didn't seem like it was helping people. It seemed like Eliza needs work regardless, so that didn't feel like an option to me. But yeah, there's at least 5 other cutscenes as far as I can tell, and there's probably cutscenes in between that I've missed from my choices in who I was being with, like Ray and Nora. I could have made an option to choose between any of them. So, I don't know, all in all, it's a good game. I love the story. Check it out if you haven't already. It's probably pretty cheap at the moment. I know that it was on the Humble Bundle a while ago, so I assume it's pretty cheap at the moment. So if you can get your hands on it, play it yourself. You know, beat my score in solitaire, all that jazz. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And if you want to see other games like this, or if you want me to play other games in general, please follow me on twitch.tv/EqicBunny with a Q instead of a P for live content similar to this, and I will see you in the next one. Bunny out.